Hello, everyone. Let's see if this is working. This is a trial period. So I am live. And for those who read Being Black in Rhode Island and also watched the video, Being Black in Rhode Island Part 2, I'm coming to an update for you guys. And it's pretty exciting. So I want to just thank everyone who either read the blog post or even viewed the video on my opinion, for my thoughts, from my truth. And I know so many people had got upset because I talked about their dear state of Rhode Island. Um, but people don't understand that was my own personal experience that myself and my family had also experienced. So I don't think you can get upset because someone is speaking their own truth, because some people may love it here if you're a person of color. Some people may have a great experience, but from my own experience, you can't discredit that because you haven't walked a mile in my shoes. But anyhow, we are on part 3, and I think this is going to be the final part of the Being Black in Rhode Island um, series, because drum roll please, we're finally moving, and it took a really tough situation, um, and sometimes you have to listen to your higher being when it is your time to get the heck out. If you guys ever watched that movie Get Out, um, our experience, well, my experience in Rhode Island was kind of like that movie, except for, I didn't have anyone doing the steering of the cup. I had to really, before the hypnosis came about, I had to say, yeah, this probably 9 to 5 is not for me. Me being a Black woman with an advanced degree, that can articulate myself or be a leader is not for me. And it wasn't just from these liberal white people. This is from people of my own kind that look like myself on a daily basis, dealing with a lot of, covert racism that usually dive into. See, we usually talk about people who are non-colored, colored, or who's white, who live in the South. We talk about their open racism and their open discrimination, policies, but we often forget in the Northeast and New England that we experience the covert racism, the environmental racism, the gentrification, was it's all about racism, class, and so many different isms, right? So I'm just relieved that my husband and I get to start over. Yes, being a Black person in any state of these United States or even globally is very tough because we get looked upon, looked down upon because of the color of our skin, our hair texture, the pigmentation of our skin. Whether if we team light skin, team dark skin, we're still in this bag together, and we often forget that, especially being here in Rhode Island. But I feel like what my husband and I experienced with being people of color in Rhode Island, just open our eyes up to saying, you know what, people can try to hurt you with their words. They can try to put the knife in your back and just like keep twisting it, but no one can take your greatness away from you. And that was the key thing that we had to learn, is like we had to tap into our greatness and other creative ways to survive and to thrive, and to say, you know what, this place is not the place for us um, to thrive and no longer survive, because resources are slim to none. You have a lot of nonprofit agencies here. They're all scrambling for money. You have a lot of people here who just want to use you because of what you have up here, and they're just using you for your mind. So like I said, whether they're white, whether they're Black, people are people, right? And you have to say no more. Like, there's more life, there's more energies, there's more 8 billion people out here that will rock with you or that won't rock with you. But this was definitely a life learning experience, because it's just the energy here is just some type of, it's not conducive for people of color, because you got different people of color here. They're all working on the same thing, but they don't want to work together and say, let's do it for the people. They're doing it for selves. So that's something I could never rock with. Even when I did try to do collaborations with people, they look at you as, oh, you're a transplant. You don't sound like us. We don't know who you are. We don't know your last name. And you know what? I'm not going to rock with you. So it's a lot of division. It's a lot of, people who are not welcoming and not open to saying, wow, like this person can, be a beneficial to our collective team, because they get so offended and so afraid, like, well, who's this person? I don't know them. I don't want them to steal my glory. So it's going back to, with the whole, if you guys watch what transpired between Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj, right? It's like it can only be one queen of hip hop, instead of saying we all can be queens and we all can collaborate on dopeness, on the magic and sprinkling our black magic onto people. But it's going back to that whole slave mentality, that whole independent mentality. Like there can only be one. There can only be one black person at this table. It can only be one queen on this throne. And I gotta look down on other people because pretty much who are they? So no more of that mentality that I will be existing in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be some people who have those mentalities anywhere, wherever my travels will take me. But at the same time, I'm glad I lived back in New England, back in the Northeast, to understand and to, really use like my third eye and say, you know what, like I'm feeling your energy's off or you're unbalanced. And I don't have to rock with that. A lot of times I did silence myself because I'm like, oh, I'm in this small ass state. And, if I speak up, people are going to blackball me. I actually have people tell me that, like, oh, you don't know who that person is, they can blackball you. But Rhode Island is just one state. And then like there's 49 other states, and there's like how many other continents? So for those who's watching this and you live in Rhode Island or you live in a place in which is you may be a transplant and people don't want to rock with you because of how you look, how you sound, your hair texture, you stand for something because you damn sure not falling for something. Keep doing what you need to do. And don't let anyone shrink your greatness. Don't let anyone, have you walk with your head down like this, because the higher being, whoever created you, whoever you believe in, they created you to be great. They created you to chase your purpose. They created you to do some amazing work on this planet. And don't ever allow anyone to shrink who you are. Don't ever feel like you have to stay on a job because you need money. Yes, we need money. We all need to survive. But like I was saying in my other videos before, like I had tapped into like my numerology and all that other stuff. And I'm a life path 8. And if you guys are into that, like go check it out. I know how to create wealth. I know how to create. I'm like the alchemist, right? Damn, I need to like start something like the Black Alchemy. I know how to make nothing out of something. I know how to survive. I survived in Rhode Island for almost 6 years. That's how long I've been, living here and been married to my husband. And we learn how to survive, and we, know how to navigate to thrive. So it's no longer surviving. It's no longer saying, well, look at me, I'm doing my thing over here. Because that's what people do here. People want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm doing the damn thing. And then the person that lives 2-mile radius over is doing the same thing, but they don't want to partner up. So no more of small thinking. No more, like not helping my fellow brother and sister. Because like I said, I'm all about helping the people. I'm all about that grassroots level. But when you are one person, try to put all this stuff on your back, it don't work because it wears you out. Then you have to really try not to become bitter. Try not to, going back to shrinking who you are. because people are not trying to rock with you. So, I'm so happy that I came to this place because it took my husband for him to lose his job. Like, and I mean, he lost his job during a tough time of us, still trying to figure out. We was like in the process of like, oh, let's go buy a house, let's go do all this. To really lose his job, not only lose his job, I'm dealing with health issues with, having fibroids and a thyroid issue and having to get surgery. For him to lose his job, for him to get his get knifed in the back by these liberal white folks that's like, oh, I voted for Obama 3 times. If he was running for a third time, or I'm voting for Hillary, in which, she really doesn't like you guys because she called you guys super predators, and under her husband's presidency, he, definitely imprisoned a lot of people that look like you. So I'm thankful, even though it sounds very harsh, I'm thankful that it happened because I needed him to wake up or get #woke for us to be like, yo, we no longer have to depend on the system. We can be entrepreneurs in our own right. We need to be collectively putting our money, our resources in the pot to help our own people down south or wherever, that we don't have to work a 9-to-5 job that we hate, and put this fake smile on our face and be like, yep, yeah, boss, whatever you say. And that we can really have a collective economy. But see, a lot of times we forget about that, and we've been programmed to say, I need this job, so I gotta stick out this BS. I had to go to a place in which people hate me every day, but they faking the funk, because going back to covert racism, like, just because they may have voted for Obama doesn't mean they like your ass. Okay. So I'm just happy that happened, and I'm happy that we're finally leaving Rhode Island. And like I said, it may not be the ideal place of where we're moving to, because there's racism everywhere, but at the same time, at least we know how to navigate it in our 30s, versus, going in eyes wide shut. At least we'll have more of an opportunity to control our destiny versus depending on someone giving us a 9-to-5. That shit, pretty much, when you think about your salary, are you really worth it? Are you stooping? Are you lowering yourself and your self-esteem and your self-worth for a salary that's you way above? So we're finally getting out. And if you guys haven't checked out the movie Get Out, you should check it out. I know so many people have think pieces on it, and this is not what the video is about. Like I said, Get Out is pretty much the equivalent to us getting out of Rhode Island. And I know so many people have reached out to me, people of color, white people reached out to me. It was like, well, how can we make things better? I had a lot of people of color reach out to me who are moving to Rhode Island. So, I hope you guys' experiences are totally different. I hope you guys love it. I hope you come here for a purpose. Like, come here for a purpose, whether it's your job, whether it's, it's a pit stop to, build whatever you need to build and be out. So make sure you're purposeful when you come here to Rhode Island. Know what it is. Listen to your gut. Also, too, don't shrink yourself. Like, take this time to learn about yourself, to learn about life lessons. And also, too, I'm here. If you guys need to reach out and say, oh, I have a question for you, or, you have questions about some spots to go to in Rhode Island, hit me up at my email, Drea, DREA, at browngirlfromboston.com. I'll be keeping you guys posted as well. Make sure you check out the rest of the videos on my YouTube page. So much love and light to you guys. And I'm finally getting out of Rhode Island. Peace.